I love Sketchup. It has to be one of my favorite programs out there. It's fast, intuitive, and free. Being able to use it together with my CNC is like a game changer. Today I'm designing and milling a small interlocking acrylic box to demonstrate its precision. Alright, so I have my design here just like I wanted. It's gonna be a small little box. This is 80 millimeters across, so it's gonna be a little box that big, and I have to make 2 of each. This is how you turn your SketchUp model onto SVG. First you're gonna need the actual plugin. The plugin is called Flights of Ideas SVG, and I'll link it down below. It's a little tricky, so pay attention. All 3 pieces have to be in the same plane, and there's no thickness to it, you see. So once they're blue like this, it means they're selected. Now I can go ahead and click on my plugin up here, SVG. This screen will pop up, and here I'm going to change it to acryliccube.svg. I'm going to save, and then I have to press save again down here. Okay, and now I'm back on Easel. Is the program that I'm using to control my CNC. Now, Easel, whenever I try to bring this in, and this might be a bug, but when I try to bring my SVG file in, this one, acrylic cube, it'll tell me that it's too big for my work area. Even though my work area is big enough, it'll always say the design is bigger than the work area. Scale it down to fit, and there's no option around this. If you do cancel, it won't load it. If you say OK, then it scales down the model, which that's the other thing, is it puts it way up here, you see. And not only, and it scales it down so that it is no longer matching up with Sketchup, which is unacceptable, you know, because now my holes and stuff are not 4 millimeters, they're not gonna interlock. So I discovered a little trick. Let me erase that. Okay, so how do I get that file in, that SVG file, so that it matches exactly with SketchUp, and that in turn matches up with the physical world? Here's the trick, guys. You go to Makercam.com. This program will just let you open up that SVG file. Now I don't even have to do anything to it here. All I'm gonna do is save it, and I'm gonna say acrylic cube after Makercam, and it has to say .svg. Save. Now let's go back to Easel, import SVG, acrylic cube after Makercam. Bam! There it is. So the bit right now is following the path of this, you know, so you want to be on the outside path for some cuts and on the inside for the others. So I'm going to select all my inside cuts. Yeah, if you hold shift you can select them all. And these are going to be inside cuts. Okay, we're going to go ahead and select all of these and make a copy and paste. There we go. And that'll make a complete box right there. So I got all these pieces cut, and this is acrylic. It's painted acrylic, and I have my 6 pieces here. I had to sand some of these down a little bit because it's a very tight fit. So let's put this thing together. Wow, that is a nice fit. No glue or anything, man. This is great. You can put your wheat in there if you want. Okay, let's see how it matches up with Sketchup. Can you see the measurements down here? So I'm going to take my tape and go from one end to the other. And that is 60 millimeters. Should be obviously the same over here. 60 mil. Now let's look at the cube. Look at that. 60 millimeters. It's off by a little bit. My sister, who's a badass painter, gave me this painting once, and it's just beautiful. It was this with a nice frame, and the thing, I had it for years, and then one day it fell, it cracked the frame, it broke, it scratched it all out. So I kept just the acrylic part of it, and if you're watching, sister, if you're watching, Chris, I'm sorry that I'm about your painting, but I'm using it to make something out of it. I'd just rather do something with it than just to throw it away. But this is what I'll be using for the box